Hello again. Now, I'm gonna tell you what I thought about the Pokémon Origins special that just got leaked a couple days ago. That was aired in Japan and on Wednesday evening. This one is definitely its alternate continuity from the main anime universe, with Ash Picking the others. There's telling the story of the original games, and from start to finish. Let's say that watching the raw version, they're working on subtitling it, and a dub version scheduled to be streamed on Pokemon TV next month. And my reaction is positive. Definitely enjoy watching this special. That not really looking at this was, I've mentioned before that I didn't want to just got the main anime in favor of this. This would be good as an alternative, in my opinion. That in a way that's definitely just different. In my opinion, it's just a different way of looking at the characters and looking at the franchise. That a different adaptation, if you will. And also definitely I thought it was going to take a season rare that definitely had a distinct take on the franchise, and also used elements and some various aspects of it as well. That the animation, yeah, that's amazing. Seeing that, it looked from the advertising that it almost looked like something that my Studio Ghibli, and I was correct. The battles look amazing, and also definitely does a fair job of animating the original games and using for special manga as well. I wasn't really sure about them using the 5 green designs to never played any of those games, and it was kind of partial to the ones that the original Red and Blue, but I think it was nice that they thought that the characterization worked well. That I don't speak very much Japanese. Over the course of watching the raws and sub versions, it's the best words that put a few words, but I'm still gonna have to actually take more classes and study a bit more of the language to learn actual conversation about it, and also tell what they're saying. And when I'm watching the raw right away, and definitely I enjoyed how they presented themselves, and how red and green, that was what blue was called back then, and how it was referred to as fire and clean, and that stuff. And that's, I guess by the time the dub comes that it's probably going to be referred to as green, and the original green, which was called blue then, but was then called leaf. She's not in this. But and the gym leader is that one that definitely got the most focus was Brock, since and as expected, he is not the horny teenager who never gets any. And Misty, I think her was kind of attractive, but to constantly remind herself she's a picture on a screen, and she's a bit young for you. Just young for me. So I'm kind of tired. It's my first week back in school, and I'm just kind of getting back into swing of things, as well as trying to coordinate my YouTube channel and my other schedule around that. Okay, back to Origins. And also the way they depicted the violence is special. That definitely he expected definitely a RPG in the vein of the original Star Wars trilogy or Raiders of the Lost Ark. That there's a kind of meme here where the green Squirtle bites his red Charmander's cheek, and the Charmander screams in pain, and there's definitely a signal that was a new kind of Pokemon. And it's also has the first animated depiction of Team Rocket's murder of Marowak, and the way, and it also has a part of the game where you have to console the spirit of Marowak at the Pokemon Tower, so it can finally rest in peace. That was genuinely moving scene. The original anime, was one of the first TV shows to make me cry as a child. And the very first, however, was as Beast was one of Dinobot's death. Compared to that, and I also have the script written for the Beast movie. I just need to rehearse it, and then I'm gonna start looking at other Transformers adaptations, and for the 4th movie and the new show that's coming out 30th anniversary of Avengers next year. And but speaking of which, it's not quite like in the Michael Bay Transformers movies where the Autobots actively he shoots, smashing rip each other apart, with them fight Decepticons, and but it's at least captures a feeling of the 1986 X movie that's kind of cartoon and which features that most of the beloved characters dying horrible deaths and that also regarding the Genesis movie, which is another take again. It's also gonna have a couple preview episodes of the XY show. I mean, I'm definitely going to. I'm gonna be looking at maybe TV Pokemon movies before I view the Genesis movie. And just gonna keep talking a little bit more about the special before I get to the main point why I want to do this video. And besides the fact that I enjoy the special very much, and that they had distinct interpretation in the games, and that he actually had to get the stealth scope in order to see the ghosts who's in there. And it's actually a pair of goggles, like a night vision goggles, called kind of like that Virtual Boy, which was essentially like the wrong way to the 3DS, in my opinion. I mean, and and they definitely were not screwing around with the special. I mean, that Red makes champion. I mean, that the main animators occasionally scoffed at the idea of Ash becoming champion. I mean that they set up and he starts hatching stuff left and right. It gets the legendaries, and also one thing I can show is that even though Nintendo kind of took down that Canadian for leaking the loss of X and Y, that it has an early bird cameo of Mega Charizard X, and it looks great. Not only does it, because I like designing the form of the Blue Flames, but gains Dragon type. I mean, yes, metagamers, choke on that Stealth Rock, would you? Sorry, that's not important, but I think my only real complaint I had with the special was the pacing of it, but looking at the times, I mean, if you notice that in between each segment starts and ends, and that essentially it's split into 4 parts, so it's making one feature-length special. Well, it's transfers to put about 35 hours of gameplay or so into one 95-minute special. I mean, occasionally it's drags, but also it's really getting hyperactive with that. And I really would have taken my time and more with the other gym leaders and also there's the Elite Four and also the entire siege of Attack on Stealth Tower. When Giovanni holding everyone hostage, and that's another thing. I really enjoyed the portrayal of Giovanni in this one. That definitely much more intimidating and high-headed in the game is also that, as I mentioned, because of the Team Rocket actually killing the Marowak, that definitely not more intimidating there in the games. But I'm surprised that they were only had so few of them in there. But all in all, that's definitely how I would have done on the Dark Pokemon main. That this is just a taste of what you're in for when I actually finally review the special when and the dub version is Pokémon TV in November. And given in that regard, and so that many people are excited for this. That there are a lot of arguments going on that the whole Ash vs. Red debate has been opened up again, and almost big as old Star Trek as new Star Trek, Joel vs. Mike. But personally, I am not going to take the opportunity to spare Ash. I mean, Ash at all in comparison to Red. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try and make an effort to clear what the strong points and the weak points, and once I actually get to reviewing the special, so that I noticed that even though Ash is definitely one of the big archetypes of the idiot hero, and also gave Red some flaws of his own as well. That even though that I do see that Red definitely is a very strong character. I mean, I think the animators may have intentionally done this to counter believe that pretty much hold on power panel that he like the Pokemon equivalent of Superman, but even so, it's just to think that it's different adaptations way of doing it, and that's just the way different filmmakers see the character. Same is true as every adaptation that just, I mean, start film say so. To about the very version of Frankenstein monster that from the original Boris Karloff depiction of the character with the balls neck to the notice that depending on which time period they had made that each director sees the character a different way as they do with the Doctor. And same with any adaptation that with superheroes like Batman, Superman, that different writers, heroes, and filmmakers might see the character a different way. And one, I don't want to get too into the various adaptations of Batman right now, but the hyperbole I use most often when talking about special as and this special and the origins of comparison and everything that if the main anime is like the 1960s Batman show with Adam West, then I think special and origins is probably going to be like the Dark Knight saga, yeah. And given my diction that just usually when I do an unscripted video, I mean, it's hard to do the first few videos before I start primarily using a script that I'm mostly just thinking out loud as I speak. But anyway, if they're going to be reviewing special when I get a chance to, and right now that I am not going to stop liking Ash or the original series just because I like Origins. I mean, I didn't stop liking the original Star Trek shows and movies because the new ones came out. I mean, because I just finished the script of Star Trek 6 that I'm going to be recording that soon, but I'm going to need some time to go into the day a bit more. And I also did not stop liking that in the Christopher Reeve era movies, especially the first two, because Man of Steel came out. I did not stop liking in the 1989 Batman movie because The Dark Knight came out. That it's perfectly acceptable to like more than one adaptation of a franchise. Is that because of this, until most people are ready to make that sort of argument, and not just say, "Ooh, we don't need this thing anymore because we have this new one." That I think I'm gonna just not read comments on uploads of video of the special for a while, and also definitely going to be staying off Kotaku for at least a month because of this. I mean, because it's really turned volatile there. Anyway, that's all to say. In comments box below, and see you later. And we have 1 week until Pokemon X and Y come out. That's 1 week I have to get the money for the 3DS and the games, and also see if I can find anyone else who's getting the game that did a carpool with. Since the buses don't run on Saturdays. See you later.